Here's to feeling good all the time.
My name is George. I'm unemployed and I live with my parents.
Hey, you know what would make a great coffee table book? A coffee table book about coffee tables.
I don't have a square to spare. I can't spare a square.
But I don't want to be a pirate!
Welcome to Seincast, a retrospective on all 180 episodes of Seinfeld, being hosted by two guys who can barely run their own lives. My name is Vinnie.
My name's Matt.
Go on.
How are you doing?
Lovely. Yourself?
I'm doing great. I've got two news items that I can't wait to get into here.
Hey, I got news for you.
Great news. All right, I got news. You ready?
Well,
So first off, there was this really interesting Seinfeld exhibit at Gallery 1988 in LA over the weekend. It opened on Saturday, October 17th. I assume it's still going on. So if you live in LA or if you're in the area and you see the lights on at Gallery 1988, swing by. I don't know how to describe this, but you have the most bizarre, somewhat unsettling, unique pieces of Seinfeld art that I have ever seen.
it's an art show about nothing.
Yeah. Is that literally what it's called?
That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. All right. This is going to be a really long podcast.
Hell.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm just looking through this. This is on the Firewire pop culture blog. They just have some paintings and prints and necklaces.
Beautiful.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. These gaudy gold necklaces with quotes on them. You got Schmoopy, Giddy Up. The sea was angry that day, my friends. Your favorite quote.
The jerk store called.
Yeah, but the prints, I don't know if you're seeing these. Some are adorable, some are hideous.
They're gorgeous, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got like things of Kramer, Newman, the main four. You got some pieces of Newman here, Putty, Candy, some Junior Mints. There's a crayon that has been carved, literally the Kramer pose from the painting.
Yes. Mm-hmm. George atop the whale and the marine biologist.
Yeah, just beautiful art here. So this is via Gallery 1988, which does probably the most interesting like pop culture art pieces. A lot of different movies, themes, what have you. But we'll include a link in our show notes if you want to check out the work. But if you're in the area, oh my God, definitely hit up Gallery 1988 here.
And how fitting, there's a painting of Jerry Stiller saying, "You want a piece of me? You got it."
Yeah, this is just wonderful. I love this. I love original Seinfeld art. It's really hard to find.
Yeah.
I think our only options nowadays are on Etsy, which are great and all, but I don't know. I think a lot of people use the same stencils or a lot of the same graphics, but this is all original work here. I've also got a link here where you can buy some of the art. Just like, I don't know.
Say.
Yeah, like mini poster sized prints that are just awesome. So great way to add to your collection and support the artists. So there you go. Also, another news topic here. Last night, at least the time we were recording this, the latest Star Wars trailer premiered for The Force Awakens. And
Oh boy.
here we go. I was very excited. Still am. I've watched it probably 300 times. No, scratch that, 500 times. And something stood out to me that no one has picked up on yet. There's a Seinfeld reference in the Force Awakens trailer.
Now, Matt just had me casually watch this trailer, and I like Star Wars, but by no means am I of the fan magnitude that Matt is. And I was kind of looking for a casual reference. I didn't see it. So what do you got?
It would be great if everyone watches the trailer first, maybe, or if you haven't, we'll set it up a little bit. This is a audio reference to Seinfeld. It is not a visual, so if you don't even want to watch the trailer, you don't have to. I've got a little clip here to play. To set the scene, you've got these two young characters that are new to Star Wars. You've got Rey and Finn, and they're talking to none other than Han Solo himself, much older Harrison Ford. In the original trilogy, Han Solo is kind of the skeptic. He doesn't really believe in the Force and stuff like that. But by the time we come to The Force Awakens, he's telling these two youngins how, everything you've heard about, all this mystical stuff, it's all true. It all happened. And then he goes on to list a few things. And just tell me if you hear a little Seinfeld reference.
side. A Jedi. They're real.
And they're spectacular.
Oh, please.
Did you hear that?
How late did you get to bed coming up with that?
I got to bed around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning thinking up that one.
Holy cow.
I think it was on like my 40th rewatch of the trailer. I'm like, oh yeah, that's how I could somehow shoehorn in a Seinfeld reference to get us to talk about the trailer.
It's a reach, but I'll allow it.
Okay. There's not much room in the Star Wars movies for a Seinfeld reference, I guess, other than Dustin Hoffman playing Luke Skywalker.
Come on, get real.
Yeah.
Is that the only one in the Seinfeld?
I think so. Oh, Galaxy far
away. Yeah.
I think that's about it. Before we move on to the show proper, Vinny, how about you tell everyone how they can get in touch with us?
Email us at seincast@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram.
There you go. I wrote them all out for you this week.
Thank you. No screw-ups this week?
No, well, I don't think so.
It's early.
We'll see. If you'd like to support the show in any way, we have 2 options for you, either or both. You can leave us a review on iTunes. A lot of you have done this. Thank you so much. Also, you can donate to the show, which is a huge help with all the monthly hosting costs we have and getting a new show out each week. Head on over to our Tumblr page and look for the tab that says donate and go from there. Thanks, as always, to everyone who's helped support the show. Vinny.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Is that your Garth?
Yeah.
Okay. Vinny, what episode do we have this week?
4th episode of Season 5, The Sniffing Accountant, written by Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld, directed by Tom Sharonis, and it originally aired October 7th, 1993.
Right on. You know, I always called this episode the Sniffling Accountant, which...
Oh, God.
I butcher so many words every week, and yeah,
You're doing great.
Okay.
Keep going.
October 7th, that's just a couple of weeks ago. So we're kind of in sync right now with...
I like when that happens.
Yeah, with the original air date and when we're releasing our podcast episodes. Some trivia before we get started. Got a little Tales of Inspiration here.
Oh.
The main plot point this week is Barry Prophet, the accountant who might or might not be using client money to buy and do drugs. Jerry's actual accountant stole roughly $50,000 from him and snorted it right up his nose. Jerry apparently gave him cash. He said it was in an envelope, totally untraceable.
No receipts.
No receipts. And, you thought, Jerry would learn from that being audited.
That's true. Those Krakatoans. Those Gideons.
After he gave his accountant the money, never saw it again. Jerry obviously still really hates this guy, and that sort of led up to writing this episode. I think he even was quoted as saying this was some measure of revenge on his old accountant. During his years as a struggling comedian, Larry David actually worked as a bra salesman, which...
that brings me such joy to imagine Larry, whether it's going door to door or working for a company, selling bras, toiling in bras, and having to know about each the specs on each bra.
Mm-hmm. The cup sizes and all. And too, it was that late 70s, early 80s Larry with the thinning hair, fro, Coke bottle glasses.
Yep. Could you imagine?
So obviously the inspiration for the George storyline this week. And also Larry David came up with the idea of this repeated joke. And I didn't realize how many times it gets repeated of feeling someone else's material on their shirt.
Oh.
Yeah, Larry started doing this, and he kind of was researching while coming up with the episode. He would actually go up to people in the production office and just kind of feel their material without giving them any heads up, any kind of warning, and sort of gauge their reaction on his touch.
I like that.
Fine touch. Filming of this episode took place on September 14th, 1993. This was the first episode. We've talked about this for the past couple of weeks. This was the first episode to be filmed on stage 9 of the CBS Studio Center. I forget what stage they used to be on. Was it 18 or 19? Regardless.
Yes.
Regardless, they got a much bigger stage from this point out. A lot more room for sets, maneuverability. Apparently, after Seinfeld wrapped, though, there was a plaque placed on a wall in Stage 9 to commemorate it as Seinfeld's home for the final 5 seasons. And I think we're only on episode, what is this, 67? 68?
68?
68. We just crossed a third, right, with episode 60.
Yeah.
So we got almost 120 more of these puppies left. How do you feel?
Pretty good.
Okay. I think we should talk about Jerry's sweater right out the gate here. We're going to see it in the first scene. Vinny, I think you pointed this out way back in our discussion of The Boyfriend. This is not the first appearance of the mohair sweater.
Yeah, Carrie Sokol, the lovely daughter of Lenore Sokol, was wearing this on her date with George.
Yes. And I think this was the second date when she broke up with him.
Yep, she needs a drill bit. She'll call him. She'll call him.
I don't think this was like an inside joke or anything. I think this is purely because of wardrobe, recycling outfits. It's just so funny, like the wardrobe factors into the plot this episode more than The Boyfriend. I
would agree with you, but this sweater is it stands out so much that you can't help but notice it in the Boyfriend episode. So it's almost jarring to be like, wait a minute, George's girlfriend was wearing that a couple years ago,
So this was something you picked up on your own, right?
I think once the DVDs came out, I noticed it immediately.
Mm-hmm. This is something, man. I'm not that bright.
Oh, please.
I never picked up on it. So if we want to talk ratings real quick, we don't really get into numbers and Nielsen ratings and whatnot, but it is interesting to note that this is really like I don't want to say the highest point that Seinfeld ever reaches in popularity, but the ratings are so good this season. This episode gets repeated later on in March, and I think in April as well. The ratings are the same. So even though most people have seen this episode, the same amount of people watch it.
It's impressive.
Very impressive.
Can you blame them?
Well, don't you remember when reruns would air? I'd be like, oh, no, I've already seen this one.
Right.
I'd change the channel.
But you saw an episode once. You only got to see it the one time. So, nowadays it's all about rewatchability. And I want to see that again. I want to see what I missed. You know what I mean? Like we didn't have that option back then. Now it's at your fingertips. You can rewatch the Puffy Shirt as many times as you want in a row.
Speaking of watching something over and over again, this is not about the Star Wars trailer. Totally forgot to bring up in news that Larry David was on SNL as Bernie Sanders.
Oh my goodness.
It was Saturday, what was that, the 17th of October.
Yep, Saturday Night Live. They have the Democratic national debate. All the major players come out, and I think Alec Baldwin had a little cameo as Jim Webb. And then you had other regulars. Other regulars. And then they announced Bernie Sanders, and it's LD. And he looks just like him. He's got different glasses on. He's got the comb over. He's got a little wig on. He was essentially playing Larry David, but people have been remarking for weeks, if not months, that Larry David is like a spot-on Bernie Sanders.
The first person or show, what have you, that ever made the connection, in my opinion, was The Daily Show, back when Jon Stewart was hosting. Way back when Bernie Sanders announced his candidacy. I don't remember when that was. I want to say last spring, maybe. And it was really, Bernie Sanders just walks up to the podium and he's like, listen, I got a lot of work to do. I'm going to make this short and then I got to get back. And that's how he announced he's running for president. The Daily Show was just making fun of him, saying, is this guy for real? And they had this, I'll post it on Facebook, but they had this little meter of who is Bernie Sanders. And one little feature on the dial says, is he Larry David's dad? So they were making the connection.
They saw it.
Oh, absolutely. As he grows in popularity,
yes,
more people are making the connection.
So I saw an edited clip of Larry's appearance initially, and it just floored me. And then I finally got to watch the full 10-minute cold open to SNL, and it was wonderful. Yeah,
I don't watch SNL, so it was a big shock to wake up Sunday morning and have all of these tweets and talking about it. You're like, oh no, I missed something incredible. But as you brought up with rewatchability, that's
Hulu, baby.
Oh, dude, it's pretty much all the internet is like here's like the good stuff from last night, the highlight reel.
Thank you, internet.
Yes, but
Larry's been in the news a lot of late. He also blew up on his daughter's Instagram page.
That's right. We didn't talk about this.
His daughter, Cassie David, they were visiting Gettysburg?
Yeah, some Civil War battlefield.
And Larry, in his gangly, wiry frame of his, is like bracing a cannon like it's about to go off. And she has this look on her face of just disdain for her father. And I think the caption was, he made us stop at every single battlefield or something.
She's channeling her April Ludgate.
Exactly.
I think, right? You know, from Parks and Rec.
But man, that was on every media outlet. Of Cassie David's Instagram is the Instagrammer. So now she's got all these follows now. And
yeah, it's a great photo, and I'm sure it'll be the last time she ever posts a photo of her dad. Do you think Larry David will ever join social media?
Absolutely not.
Stupid question. I don't know why I asked that.
It's funny. I think about I idolize this man, and he's 68 years old. Like, my favorite person in the world is a 68-year-old man. Is that weird?
To me, government is basically parents for adults. Especially the IRS. The IRS is like Ward and June Cleaver. And we're all Wally and the Beaver. And your accountant is Eddie Haskell showing you all these neat tricks to get away with stuff. Which is fine unless you get audited. Then you don't want some wise guy in a suit just standing there going, "You have a very lovely office here, sir." Because jail is the government's way of sending you to your room. And when you meet Whitey and Lumpy in the joint, there's really going to be something wrong with the Beaver.
So the stand-up went over my head.
Yeah, me too.
Because Leave It to Beaver is such an old show. I can ascertain who each of these characters are and how they relate to Leave It to Beaver, but I feel like this is one of Seinfeld's most dated references for me.
Yeah, and I mean, not that Leave It to Beaver was that current in the early 90s, but I think most people watching Seinfeld knew it pretty well at the time.
I guess. But I feel like a show like I Love Lucy, we get those references. Those seem more timeless to me. But
I'd say The Lucy Show.
Well, but
Here's
Lucille
Lucy.
Ball.
Sorry.
Okay, you.
Doing a bit.
But Leave It to Beaver, I'm just like, I don't get any of these references.
I know all the names. I know all of like the character kind of tropes, but yeah, it's a little too foreign for us.
Onward and upward.
All right. Well, first scene of the episode, we're at Monk's. You've got Jerry, George, and Elaine grabbing some lunch in the back booth of all places.
That's right. New different location.
Yeah, I don't think we've been in the back booth for. I always think of that opening in The Trip when Kramer was on Murphy Brown.
Exactly. Come on, will you?
Ruthie Cohen's not at the cash register.
Yeah, some woman's there. Maybe she's sick or she's riding her horse.
It's Mr. Vizecki's
Mr. Vizagna.
daughter, wife, or whatever. Sorry.
But we got another opening in mid-conversation. So does he like you? What do you think? Oh, and I got to tell you, there's a couple moments in this episode where Elaine, and previously in the series, where she just exudes confidence. I never realized how much her character thought of herself.
Before David Puddy, I think Jake Jarmel was the one for Elaine.
He was it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you had David Puddy, and then you had Carl, the...
Exterminator?
The linebacker. No, Carl, the couch... The furniture mover.
Yeah.
That was it for her.
Mm-hmm.
But so I got a couple examples. What do you think for confidence? There's another episode where she says, am I not as attractive as I think I am?
Because I hear that quote and I think that she's underconfident, but...
Well, because she did think she was attractive, and then all of a sudden her charm didn't work. So she's questioning it. And then finally, when George is talking about attractive women moving around with a motor on their ass, and she's like, we don't move that fast.
I feel like Elaine has always been, or at least in the first 5 seasons, before the season 5 finale at least, she has always been a pretty confident woman. And I feel like there's a shift in season 6 as she gets more cynical and she turns to the dark side. You know what I mean?
You had to do it, didn't you? You had to say it.
Well, in this scene here, Elaine's talking about her current boyfriend, Jake Jarmel, who we brought up. She likes him a lot. She's looked. She hasn't found anything wrong.
I'm sure you'll find something.
George is going after Elaine a lot in this scene, which makes me think of the finale where he's like, why don't you think before you do something? Like, it almost seems like he's upset with her about something. Do you get that vibe?
I completely missed that because I kept fixating on Elaine with the burns that she gives 2 huge burns at George in this scene.
I think that's only because he's going after her first. As he says, I'm sure you'll find something. And he like takes this like a smug sip of coffee looks like. He's got one
I guess
of those,
you're right.
That smug coffee sip is kind of like Jerry's, poor bastard sip. Kramer, that's a shame. It's all tied in together.
Okay. All right. I'm with you.
Okay. Well, she met Jake at work at Pendant. He's a writer, of course. She was sitting at the reception desk, looking pretty hot.
There's another example.
Wearing her slingback pumps.
What are those?
Ask your mother. You live with her now, don't you?
Oh, man. That's one of the best burns of the series. Elaine dishing it out to George.
Yes. Again, I feel like George is sort of like pulling the lioness's tail here a little bit.
Yes.
And he just does not know what he's in store for if he wants to mess with Elaine.
Uh-huh. And we're in transitional Elaine mode. She used to be, I'm saying like older Elaine. Vintage Elaine is sweet, just a sweetheart. And now we have this transitional Elaine with that acid tongue. And it's getting more acidic as each episode goes on.
And it seems like it's becoming more of a trend, too, for not so much Kramer. Everyone kind of talks about Kramer behind his back, but for the main 3 to make fun of each other at certain times. Like, that's fair game now.
It is, but for some reason, when it's between George and Elaine, there's a little bit of malice there, a little bit of animosity.
Yeah, we've never been able to pinpoint it, like, when it exactly started, or did we? Was there a moment where we're like, oh, this is it? This is when Elaine hates George?
Well, because is it season 1 or 2 when they went on their little friend date to get to know each other?
That was season 3.
3?
Right in the beginning, yeah. So Jake approached Elaine, started feeling her jacket between his thumb and the forefinger. What do you think?
Gabardine?
Yeah.
That was more fun for us than it was for them to listen to.
Yes. There's going to be a lot of acting without acting this week. Apologies. George is really impressed, though, that this guy had the courage, the guts just to walk
balls.
up and, balls, that too, feel her material. Sounds like a cool guy.
Jerry sees right through it. Sounds like a jerk. Felt your material. Come on.
I think that's a little envy there because Jerry would never have the gall to do that.
I don't think it's envy. I think it's a little sleazy to do that. Mm-hmm. As we'll see later on, it gets you in trouble when you feel somebody's material.
That's true. So Jerry is wearing this bizarre sweater.
And before we go on, I want to talk about, did you notice Gabardine? Gabardine. It's mentioned elsewhere in the series. What's the only thing between Jerry and Elaine and Kramer?
Thin layer of gabardine.
Oh, bam.
Good call, my friend. Good call. So Jerry's wearing this bizarre sweater, the sweater we brought up earlier. It's
this gargantuan sweater that he's swimming in.
It's gray, looks very fluffy. He says he found it in the back of his closet.
That's what the back of closets are for.
Yeah, George is going after Jerry now. He can't, he can't hit it.
I hit it and I quit it. I tell you, I don't want no more. Barack Obama, going down.
He can't hit the mark with Elaine, so he's going after Jerry now.
Maybe it's because now that he lives at home, he's just getting bombarded by both parents. The two pinheads are coming at him, so he's taking it out on everybody else.
So Elaine spots someone outside and waves him in. It's Barry Prophet, Elaine and Jerry's accountant, and he handles all of Jerry's money. He just does Elaine's taxes.
Hey, Barry, how you doing?
How are you?
This is my friend George.
Hey, George.
Hi, what are you doing in this neighborhood?
Nothing really. You read here?
Yeah. So how's my money?
Well, it's still green.
What, do you got a cold?
No.
Wow, look at that ring.
Oh, you like that? Hey, say, where's the bathroom?
Bathroom's right over there.
Great. Did you see that?
See what?
Yes, I saw that.
What?
What was all that sniffing?
I don't know.
You don't think?
Oh, no. Come on, Jerry.
He was definitely sniffing.
I mean, what if this guy's got all my money? Plus, I got some of Kramer's money with him. This guy can write checks to himself right out of my account.
No, I have known this guy since college. He doesn't do drugs.
Then what was all that sniffing?
Maybe it's the cold weather.
Today's not cold.
All right, I gotta get going. My parents are expecting me.
Don't forget to wash your hands before supper.
Elaine 2, George 0. There's so many things to talk about with that clip. Yeah. Elaine clearly got the better of that exchange, for one. But the first thing I think of is when we meet Barry and Elaine says, "Oh, look at that ring," and he goes, "You like that?"
Yeah.
Very pompous, and it almost reminds me of Alec Berg.
Oh, yeah. I could see that.
Because that's when Elaine said she always thought he was pretentious.
Let's give some context. Alec Berg, because it's a familiar name. What does he do? Do we even have a profession for him? Like, why does Jerry know him? He basically
he's got tickets to the Rangers game, but he's very a well-off individual wearing suits. What is his profession?
I don't remember, but Jerry forgets to thank him.
I'm confusing him with Curb because he's Shaq's agent in Curb, so it's throwing me off.
But Jerry forgets to thank him, and when he calls to thank him, it's too late. He's already given the tickets away, right?
Yes.
Something like that. Okay. But yes, you're right. Very pompous, kind of sleazy. The actor who plays Barry just knocks it out of the park. He's so good at playing someone who's, maybe exudes a little too much confidence,
Barry Prophet is played by actor John Capellos, and he kind of looks like a comedian from the 80s. With the really thick hair on the side, and it's wavy. I could see him with probably a, bright colored shirt, a lot of shapes on it.
I sound like such a but like good for him for like rocking that look. I mean, the thinning hair on top and this mullet that goes, I think it goes down to his shoulders.
Yeah,
if not pretty close to it.
But if you look at him now, he looks very distinguished. He's got the like gray and a beard. He's he's good. But everybody, all fans of the 80s teen movies will know this guy. He was in 16 Candles, Breakfast Club, Weird Science, Roxanne. Hey, he was in this movie called The Shadow, and I'm like, hey, Seinfeld reference, but it was White Shadow, so I'm reaching there.
Was that the Alec Baldwin Shadow? Okay, don't worry about it.
I don't know. And he was in a TV show called Forever Night. He was in an episode of It's Like You Know, Peter Melman's series.
There you go.
And he was in 9 episodes of Justified recently.
Nice. So I'm a huge fan of 16 Candles, and I never realized he plays the fiancé in that movie. Kind of the sleazy, greasy kind of guy.
How fitting. He's getting typecast, this guy.
But I think he's probably best known as the janitor in Breakfast Club.
That's what I remember him as.
Mm-hmm. Also, I wanted to mention the Fred Stoller podcast, which... So this actor was actually on Fred's show for an episode.
Oh.
So everyone should give that a listen. I'll include it in our show notes. He's a great character actor, for sure.
Another thing I noticed about this clip is it's amazing how the plot device here is this sweater, and it's right under our nose, pun intended. And I feel like the audience has no idea that this is going to play a role in the show right now.
Yeah.
Because all they know is that it's funny. It's funny because the sweater is so bright and loud and apparent, but the writers immediately make you think it's drugs. It's drugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder of any of our listeners out there who had maybe this is their first time seeing the episode, or they can remember when they first saw it. Did you put it together that it's obviously the sweater, spoilers, that's making Barry sniff? Or at least, I don't know, that might be debatable. We can discuss the ending, but I think that 90% of this episode is saying that it is the sweater that's making him sniff.
And we'll get to it at the end, but yet again, another clever twist by the writers. Mm-hmm. You think it's one thing, and then nope, it really was the original.
I kind of have issues with that. Well, we'll get there.
Ooh, stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll get there in 2 hours. So we cut over to the...
No, wait a minute.
Oh my God. Make that 3 hours.
Another thing I got is, so where did Barry Prophet go to college, Matt?
That's right. He went to Tufts.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Elaine mentioned that he's a friend of hers from college, and we'll find out in the Puerto Rican Day parade that Tufts was her safety school. I was in Boston, actually, 2 weeks ago.
You don't say.
Yeah, I did not visit Tufts, but we did talk about it, though, on the car ride up to Boston, that Elaine went there, and no one cared. So we cut over to the Costanzas, and here we go, the first of many scenes to come. George sitting down for dinner with his parents in the kitchen with a ketchup bottle. Oh, wow.
I got props.
So he's going to town on this ketchup, and Frank, of course, criticizes him, but he points out he bought the bottle just so he could have as much as he wants. Did this remind you of anything, visually at least? The George, hitting the bottom of a ketchup bottle?
The Deal?
No.
Well, I thought it was the Squeeze ketchup. What episode is that?
I
slept with Elaine last night.
No, you're thinking of the Cheever Letters with "Give Me Dirty." What did she say?
Oh man, I was way off.
It's late.
Wow. Okay, go. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah. Well, while you're thinking about that, think about this. I'm thinking of the finale, one of the least favorite episodes, I'm sure, for most fans and listeners. In that episode, George is out of ketchup, and he asks the person behind him in the booth, "Hey, can I use your ketchup?" And she's like, "What do you think? Should we give him the ketchup?"
It's up to you.
Nah, we're gonna hang on to it. We're gonna need it. Anyway, she gives it to him later, and it's completely empty.
Yeah,
and he's sitting there like just smacking the bottom of it. But
wait, what about when is it? What somebody says? Oh, they should put it in a tube, and George goes, "Yaha!" Is it mustard in a Squeeze bottle?
It's like they make Squeeze ketchup. Don't you think they should make Squeeze mustard, or maybe it's the other way around?
Condiments are discussed quite often in the series.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what we're getting at.
What was Kramer's idea? What about ketchup and mustard in the same bottle?
Oh, I like that idea, sir.
We're all over the place. Frank talked to his friend Phil Kasikoff. Hey, there's a name.
Oh, that's a beautiful name.
Phil Kasikoff. He is a bra salesman. Frank heard that they're looking for somebody, so he got George an interview next Friday with his boss.
Next Friday? What time?
2:00.
That's my whole afternoon. I was going to look for sneakers.
New sneakers? You can look for sneakers the next day. I can't do that. I can't do the voices. Estelle points out that George doesn't know anything about bras.
He doesn't know anything about bras.
So Frank suggests she gets a bra for him to look at. She doesn't want to.
I'm not giving it. Never mind.
Okay. It's like Miss Piggy there all of a sudden.
Right.
Frank argues, though, George doesn't even know what bras are made out of. But George says, hey, lycra spandex.
Get out of here. Lycra spandex?
I think they are made of lycra spandex. So Estelle, fed up, just decides to go get a bra.
How long does it take to find a bra? What's going on in there? You ask me to get a pair of underwear, I'm back in 2 seconds. You know about the cup sizes and all? They have different cups.
Yeah, I know about the cups.
You got the A, B, the C, the D. That's the biggest.
I know the D is the biggest. I based my whole life on knowing that the D is the biggest.
Here's the bra.
Let me see it.
100% lycra spandex.
Let me see
I told you. Here. I think you know everything.
That's surprising. All right, what else? You got the cups in the front, 2 loops in the back. All right? I guess that's about it.
I got it. Cups in the front, loops in the back.
You got ketchup on it.
There you go.
Perfect. The relationship is between Frank and Estelle Costanza.
It's just, I mean, from like Frank cleaning his teeth while he's talking to George, and
just as soon as she leaves the room, what's taking so long? And he's yelling at her for that.
About the cup sizes and all. Yeah, it's just wonderful. I don't get why Frank is so like obsessed with lycra spandex. He's like, oh my god, look at that.
He's never heard of it before.
You can't help but think, at least on a visual level, think of the bro or the manzier when Frank is holding that bra in front of his face, and he's like, all right, you got the cups in the front, the loops in the back. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of what a season or so until he's going to be
season 6.
Yeah.
Pitching with Kramer. Yeah, that too.
We're at Jerry's apartment now, and Jerry is telling Kramer all about Barry sniffing. What if, hey, could this be drugs? And Kramer just immediately starts panicking because he went in with Jerry on a CD. Newman gave him money too.
Well, what else? Was he nervous? Did he use a lot of slang? Did he use the word man?
No, he didn't use man.
I mean, when he was leaving, did he say, I'm splitting?
I love Michael in this scene. Pretty much the whole episode, actually.
He's paranoid.
Mm-hmm. And, I think we've talked about Kramer maybe being a Vietnam War vet or someone who either served or...
it's in his strong box, his dishonorable...
military discharge, yeah. But we also think that he's also like a burnt-out hippie, or
a little bit.
One of our listeners came up with a theory that he might be a pot dealer. That's how he gets all of the or drug dealer. That's how he has money,
and that's how he knows all this slang.
Mm-hmm. At one point, Barry used the bathroom. They live in the bathroom. Kramer wonders if they should get their money back, but Jerry's not sure. His sweater starts itching, and he's like, "Hey, you want this?" And Kramer's, yeah, give it up.
Oh, and we have to point out that Kramer says, like you said earlier, Newman gave you money too. I didn't even meet this guy because for a second there, I said, "Wait a minute! If Kramer's got his money invested with this guy as well, they had to have met at some point." But they make it a point to throw that line in there.
Went through Jerry, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So we cut over to Elaine's apartment. We're going to see Pendant later, which we haven't seen in, I feel like, a long time. We haven't seen Elaine's apartment since season 3.
Is this when Ed was visiting from Yakima?
I'm thinking the scene when Jerry and George come in and read the Murphy Brown script.
But the layout's different, right?
It looks a little bigger.
They're bigger.
But it's just funny, it's like you pointed out all those months ago that we only see Mr. Lippman a few times throughout the entire series. I can't believe we only see Elaine's apartment a few times as well.
Yeah.
But this is one of those classic scenes. Elaine arrives, gasps. Anyone get that reference?
It's a good one.
Jake cleaned the place, and he's making dinner. He's perfect. He's a perfect man.
So that's all you need to do to be perfect is clean and cook? Her standards are too low.
It's because yours are too high.
There it is.
But Jake feels a little bit of her shirt, and we get that.
Let's take this opportunity to talk about Marty Rackman finishing his double dip. This time as Jake Jarmel. Although this isn't the last time we're going to see Jake, we first saw Marty play police officer number 1 in The Trip. You Seinfeld? And now he plays Jake Jarmel in The Sniffing Accountant, The Opposite, and The Scofflaw. Wow, so that means he appears in seasons 4, 5, and 6, right in that meaty part of the curve.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's a nice one. Even though this is Jake Jarmel's first scene, I would argue is it The Opposite? The hospital scene is probably his most iconic.
I'd like to be alone, please. Yeah, probably. Goodbye. Good night.
All of their scenes end the same way. Elaine and Jake's relationship is very tumultuous, but as we'll find out here, he seems to be the perfect man, but he took a few phone messages for Elaine while she was out, and as she reads through them, she's thrilled to find out that her friend Myra had the baby! Exclamation point at the end of that one. She's so excited, but something about the note Jake wrote just bothers her.
Well, I was just curious why you didn't use an exclamation point.
What are you talking about?
Well, see right here? You wrote Myra had the baby, but you didn't use an exclamation point.
So?
So, it's nothing. Forget it. I just found it curious.
Wait, what's so curious about it?
Well, I mean, if one of your close friends had a baby, and I left you a message about it, I would use an exclamation point.
Well, maybe I don't use my exclamation points as haphazardly as you do.
You don't think that someone having a baby warrants an exclamation point?
Hey, look, I just jotted down the message. I didn't know that I was required to capture the mood of each caller.
Well, I just thought that you'd be a little more excited about a friend of mine having a baby.
Okay, I'm excited. I just don't happen to like exclamation points.
Well, Jake, you should learn to use them. Like the way I'm talking right now, I would put exclamation points at the ends of all of these sentences. On this one and on that one.
Well, you can put one on this one. I'm leaving!
The face.
She's speechless. So that's Myra of Stan and Myra, who we're going to see in the Briss.
That's right.
And their baby's name?
I want to say 7. But
Steven.
It's not. Steven. Oh, it's close. Come on.
You were pretty close.
One letter off.
And this is totally ridiculous. Elaine getting upset over exclamation points.
Yeah, this makes no sense.
But having said that, I totally buy it.
She's an editor, right?
Right. I think it kind of vexes her, and she's kind of, why wouldn't you use exclamation point? A good friend of mine had a baby. But the line, I think, that sets it off and starts her to see red is, well, I guess I don't use my exclamation points as haphazardly as you do.
Yes.
And that's, I think, where the fight begins. And you can even hear an audience member go, oh. Oh, and the other thing I really thought was kind of cool, and I don't know if it's just me wanting to see this, but it looks like both Elaine and Jake actually gesture and draw exclamation points as they're fighting.
Oh, I didn't even pick up on that.
Did you notice that?
No.
He's like,
let me rewind it. Hang on.
I'd be put on this one and on that one. And then he's like, I'm leaving.
Yes, you are totally right. It's kind of, I don't know why it's like with George. Remember when he's on the phone and he's talking about the whole I didn't go up for coffee with Carol, and he does that thing with his finger?
We know what he's doing.
Yeah.
And then you got Mr. Morgan, didn't think it was a massage. How did it get through? We're going to get there.
We're all over the place, but that scene, yes, with Mr. Morgan, he makes that off gesture, basically.
And now if we go to the next scene, Jerry does the same thing. It's a line with a dot under it.
Exactly. In the next scene at Jerry's apartment, he thinks the whole issue is ridiculous. He's never heard of a relationship being affected by punctuation.
Did you say ridiculous?
I was thinking about it.
Yeah, don't do that.
But Elaine sticks to her guns. She's really confident. She doesn't need any kind of vice or anything to, calm her down.
Except for ice cream.
Yeah, like a
whole tub. Listen, tubs.
Love that. Love someone that can eat ice cream right out of the tub.
That's the ultimate comfort, especially back in the 90s.
Oh.
When somebody just got broken up with, they go for the big tub and eat the ice cream out with a spoon.
Have you ever had the Trader Joe's pumpkin ice cream?
No.
Oh, dude, it is bad news. But I was eating out of the tub before we started recording. So Kramer enters. A little bit of applause. Well, he fully believes that Barry is on drugs, who goes around sniffing. And Elaine is the only voice of reason throughout this entire episode. She doesn't think Barry is on drugs. She knows him from college. And she tells Jerry, hey, call his office to see if he's sniffing. So Jerry does, talks to the receptionist. Turns out Barry...
Prophet and Goldstein.
Turns out Barry isn't in town. He went to South America.
South America?
Who goes to South America?
People go to South America.
And then come back with things taped to their large intestine.
That's a fun back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and the best part is, you're going to impugn an entire continent?
Yes, I'm impugning a continent. Now, I thought that, well, it's not interesting, but on IMDb, it shows that Peggy Lane is the voice of the receptionist. But the DVDs say Carol Leifer, and I think it's Carol Leifer.
Oh, it most definitely is.
But Carol Leifer, who was a writer from seasons 4 to 7, as well as she either stood in or had a couple character roles throughout the series, but she is the voice on the other end.
Yeah, I don't think she did season 4. I think this was her first season.
I mean, I'm sorry, 5. She started this season. My apologies.
And if
I'm thinking we're in 4 still.
If you've ever heard Carol Leifer in interviews or wherever, and you listen to that voice on the radio on the phone, it is most definitely her.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We will see Peggy Lane though in a little bit, so
get ready. Newman enters, and Wayne Knight lost some weight.
Yeah, he
looks a lot thinner than the season 3-4 Newman, he looked obese for sure.
I think they look good.
He hears that Barry skipped out and he went to South America.
What kind of snowblower would you get us mixed up with?
Right. Elaine once again points out, hey, this is all speculation. Kramer has the idea. Here we go. The wheels are turning. They set up a sting, like Abscam.
Like Abscam, Jerry.
Yes.
Can we play Elaine's reaction here?
What are you gonna do? You're gonna put on phony beards and dress up like Arab sheiks and sit around in some hotel room? I mean, come on.
Elaine has almost the exact same delivery as when she's talking to George outside the movie theater regarding Ponce de Leon.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I mean, come on. And she can't even get the words out. She's laughing so hard.
Fountain of Youth scene where they're all, yeah, you're right. And what a great ending to this scene where you have Kramer, Newman, and Jerry just all standing in a semicircle, and Newman dropping that line, I'm sure if we put our three heads together, we could come up with something.
And another alliance.
Yes. The first team up. It'll happen, I don't know, does it happen again with the Showerheads?
Now get the hell out of here. Yeah, you're right.
Jerry. He puts that one finger in. So we get an act break, and we're in Jerry's car at the stakeout. Jerry, Kramer, and Newman are waiting for Barry to leave work. And Kramer, I might save this clip for the end of the episode, but Kramer says it feels like a Tuesday. Newman argues Tuesdays have no feel.
Newman is absolutely right. Monday, Friday, and Sunday definitely have feels.
But I feel like Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, shut up to both of you.
Jerry's a little nervous waiting for Barry. Kramer and Newman, though, are having fun, fantasizing about maybe becoming PIs after this evening.
There's some trivia there, both for Michael Richards and Wayne Knight.
What do you got?
Michael Richards, after Seinfeld, went on to star in his own show, The Michael Richards Show, where he starred as Vic Nardoza, who was a private eye.
That sounds like Mendoza.
Mendoza. I can't do it. And Wayne Knight, when he was an up-and-coming actor, he was a private eye as well.
That is right. That got brought up on, I think it was a Nerdist episode. Chris Hardwick interviewed Wayne Knight, and they talked about that quite a bit, what that was like for him. What an interesting life to go from like Broadway actor to private investigator to arguably the fifth member on a hit TV show.
Yeah.
So plan is for Kramer to approach Barry, see if he's interested. Maybe Newman should go with him, but Newman gets into a little tiff with Jerry, who threatens to kick him out of the whole operation. Jerry has no patience for Newman whatsoever.
No,
not at all. So they spot Barry going into a bar, and Kramer, wearing Jerry's ugly sweater, which we didn't mention, puts on some shades and heads out. And Newman's just left wondering, I should have gone with him.
No, you need to stay here in the car. I may need you.
What do you need me for?
I might need you to get me a soda.
There needs to be more of this. I mean, I know the show's been over for 17 years.
Come back, please.
But this stuff is just some of the best.
Yeah.
I think Jerry really liked the animosity.
It was fun to hate somebody that much.
Mm-hmm. So we're in the bar, and you can't really see it, but it's called Pete's Tavern.
I saw it.
You saw that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've been here before.
But the inside looks familiar, right?
It looks a lot like the set at the Improv, the comedy club, where Jerry will be at the bar, with George, telling him to take the lift ticket off of his jacket.
Or getting engaged, whatever.
Yes. Barry's having a drink at the bar when this bizarre man walks in, and
I'll have a brewski, Charlie.
Name's Mitch.
Deck McKenzie in one of his 13 Seinfeld appearances, this time as Mitch, the bartender.
Right. So I noticed Kramer's stand-in, Norman Brenner, or is it Brennan? Brenner. He's sitting at the bar, and he's someone who shows up in a lot of episodes, probably more than Deck McKenzie, but there's another stand-in in this scene as well that we don't see that often.
That's true, but this time she's not standing in. She's acting. She's the waitress, and she walks by, it lifts up the little waiter entrance into the bar.
What is that called? It doesn't have a name.
It's a waiter nugger. She clocks Kramer in the head. I don't know how John Capello's Barry Prophet, how he managed to keep a straight face throughout this entire exchange with Michael Richards.
I mean, this whole episode, I feel like, is built around the classic Kramer cigarette beer chugging scene.
Can't wait.
We know they filmed that twice because there is an outtake. And yeah, you're right. He
keeps it together both times.
It's incredible. He doesn't crack a smile. He is focused. He's doing a great job. Absolutely.
Laser.
So Kramer tries making chit chat with Barry, who starts sniffing and trying to ignore this odd man. But Kramer What's Kramer's line? Like, I've been known to drink a beer, too. And again, I've known to do a lot of things. Suck cigarettes down like Coca-Cola. But here, this is what the scene's all about. You don't really need the audio to set it up, but it's Michael just chugging that beer with that cigarette sticking out of the side. I want to know, like, who came up with this? Was this an improv thing? Was this something that, the writers came up with? Because it's pretty brilliant, and it's something Peter Millman kind of hinted at. It's just this long period of silence. You know what I mean? Like,
I think people are just in awe of what he's doing. And the one that actually makes it on air is the cigarettes out to the side of the beer glass, and Michael's, I think, reaction is, and all this smoke kind of comes out. Mm-hmm. So that's the one take. We
should also mention it's flawless. He doesn't like spill a drop. It's very clean.
Mm-hmm. And I hate to admit this, but I think this other take is the better one.
It's debatable, yeah.
The reaction is better, but there's issues with it.
How about we do a little audio comparison? We'll play the first one, the clean one, and then we'll play the alternate version and see if you notice any audible differences.
Here's to feeling good all the time. Here's to feeling good all the time.
So I love that second take. The reaction is so energetic from the audience, and I for one like the burp, and I like seeing all the smoke come out of Michael's mouth.
It is it's like a dragon the way it bursts out.
And I also like his reaction. That's a damn good beer, huh? Yeehaw! But apparently they thought that was too broad a take. It seemed, I guess, I probably because of the burp, I think.
Yeah, and you can't really tell, but he does spill a little bit at the beginning.
And he kind of he cups his hand to kind of save some of the beer, which takes away from the scene.
It looks a little, I mean, God, this is such a...
but the burp is so good.
If only they could combine the two, and not have it be seamless, but still get that burp right at the end. But the toast, though, here's to feeling good all the time. I would think is one of the top 10 Kramer quotes of all time.
Oh, yeah.
If not, number one.
So much so that people get that tattooed on their bodies.
Yes, they certainly do. So we cut over to Jerry's car, and I'm just going to combine the two Jerry Newman scenes here. You've got Jerry telling Newman, hey, you should try this new dental floss Glide. It's fantastic. But
I use Dento tape.
Newman doesn't even want to try Glide, not even once.
You're an idiot.
Why? Because I use Dento tape?
Yes. Anyone who uses Dento tape is an idiot.
And then later, we check back with him, and Newman God, Wayne Knight is so good in this scene. He's using the Glide floss.
He's mid-floss.
And the expression on his face is just pure disgust.
I don't like it.
Yeah, this floss, this isn't my kind of floss.
Is this the only time we have Newman and Jerry on camera, just the two of them?
Oh, no.
I know they but it's just weird to see them in a car in such a close proximity together. I know they chase each other in that.
I think most Jerry Newman scenes take place in his apartment. Not Jerry's, Newman's apartment.
It just has a different feel. The fact that they're so close together, and they're and as an alliance as well. I guess they're not on bad terms right now.
That's true. This definitely seems to be the most like intimate setting because usually they're in an
apartment.
Yeah, an apartment of some sort or the hallway, whatnot.
They sat together at the Super Bowl. That was close. An inch.
Give me an inch. Did we mention how Newman just lays the floss out on the dashboard?
Yeah.
God, it's so disgusting. Back to Pete's Tavern.
South America.
Yeah.
Well, that's a burgeoning continent.
Well, they are expanding their economic base, yeah.
Tell me about it.
Excuse me, I gotta go to the bathroom.
I'm hip.
Hip to what?
To the whole scene.
What scene?
The bathroom scene.
Listen, don't take this personally, but when I come back, I'm sitting over there.
Whatever turns you on.
I never really picked up on this, that I'm sure Barry thinks Kramer is trying to like basically proposition him.
Yeah,
go to the
true.
bathroom.
The original toe tap for under the stall.
Whatever turns you on. Kramer gives Barry a minute, then follows him into the bathroom, kicks open the stall, and snaps a Polaroid.
Hey, what kind of nut are you?
There you go. That's a great gift, too. Oh, that's a loop of just Kramer kicking down the door. So next scene, we're at E.D. Grandmont. This is a bra company. Or was he saying E. de Grandmont? I think
it might be E. de Grandmont. Because she's Miss de Grandmont.
So is it de Grandmont?
I don't know. I think it could go either way, honestly. Because I think it's E.D. Grandmont or then she's Mrs. de Grandmont.
A familiar setting. You know, George had a job interview. We've seen this before. We'll see it again. We only know the interviewer as Farkas in this scene.
Oh, do we not learn his name until the next year?
The next episode he's in. That's when you find out it's Sid Farkas.
Oh man, I thought this whole time we knew it was Sid. Sid Farkas, he's the best in the business. That's funny. You know what's funny is Frank Costanza, praises Sid Farkas. He's the best in the business. George sets him up with an interview, he sets up George with an interview, and then once we find out that Estelle's on the market and Sid asks her out, what's his name?
Frank?
Yeah, Frank's like, I don't want you getting mixed up with a bra salesman.
Just totally turns against him. Farkas. We're getting in that loopy phase.
Yeah.
So George hasn't sold bras before, but he claims to have a very good rapport with women, comfortable. From the first moment he laid eyes on a brassiere, he was enthralled.
Well, I was 14 years old. I was in my friend's bathroom. His mother's brassiere were hanging on the shower rod. I picked it up, studied it. I thought, I like this. I don't know what way or what level, but I knew I wanted to be around brassieres.
And Farkas, or Sid, whatever, Sid Farkas is moved. That's an incredible story. George just continues to bullshit his way through the interview.
Literally, yeah.
He even quotes his dad, right? Like 2 cups in the front, 2 loops in the back. How do they do it? So before we move on here, there's a line here, right? It's a throwaway line, but it really stuck with the cast and crew, right? After this episode came out.
Well, I think I can say, barring some unforeseen incident, that you will have a very bright future here at E.D. Grandmont.
There was something about that, barring some unforeseen incident, that just really stuck with the cast and crew for some reason.
In an interview, Julia starts doing the line, and she can't get through it. She's laughing so hard. This line is essentially setting up for the downfall of a character, most likely in the next scene or in the future. Mm-hmm. So we know George is going to have some unforeseen incident that's going to lead to him not getting this job.
She also equated it to a Foghorn Leghorn line, which
I say, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. It's just very old timey.
And Sid Farkas is going to use this when we see him again in the Doorman episode.
Oh, really?
He said, yeah, and I think barring some unforeseen incident, gentlemen, I think we're sitting on a winner.
You're right. Yeah, when they bring the bro in. Correct.
And speaking of Sid Farkas, he's played by actor Patrick Cronin. And he's the best in the business. What a face on this guy, as well as voice. He is really a great addition to this episode. He was also in Splash, Rocky 5, the movie Breast Men. How fitting. This guy must love working around the breasts. And he on Cheers, he played a character named Bert Simpson. He was so close.
Bort.
Come along, Bort. And he was also in Knots Landing and Home Improvement for a couple episodes.
Nice. I knew it wasn't this actor, but he looks so much like Ned Beatty. Do you know Ned Beatty?
What was he in?
Oh, God, he's in a ton of stuff. I think of like Deliverance. He was Superman. He was...
I'm confusing him with Brian Dennehy, I think.
Oh. He actually lent his voice in Toy Story 3. He was the the pink bear. He was in Back to School. He played the dean. I think Rodney Dangerfield refers to him as Dean Martin. I want to say he was in Network.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know him from Rudy.
Yes. Rudy.
He's the dad in Rudy.
So, Sid, so honored that he's met George, says, see you Monday, 9:00.
If you don't mind, sir, I'll be here at 8.
Excellent.
George is so pleased walking out of that meeting. He's like, dude. I really nailed it. I really hit a home run here.
It reminds me so much of like a superhero, like, leaping off the building. He's like, so long, Mr. Farkas. And he just, zip, he's out of there. It's almost like the two could reenact the last scene from Batman Begins, like,
you're right.
I never said thank you. You'll never have to. George just jumps. But anyways, George is walking to the elevator. He's looking pretty hot, and he's wearing his brown dress shoes. This is all set up to say that he sees this rather attractive woman waiting for the elevator, and he pauses for half a second and then reaches to feel her sleeve. She's not happy. She's not happy.
Farkas, get out of here.
She's not happy to say the least. She doesn't like being pawed at. Turns out this is Miss de Grandmont, and maybe the CEO, maybe the heiress to the company.
But did you see how Farkas runs out as this little sniveling weasel? Yes, Mr. Grumman. What is it?
So I'm a little confused too. So her name is Miss de Grandmont.
Yes.
Okay, but Farkas does say E.D. Grandmont, I think, right?
Right.
Okay.
So maybe her name is de Grandmont.
Okay.
I think it's just in the pronunciation.
Okay. Well, either way, she sums it up. If George is here on Monday, Farkas won't be. So take your pick.
Get out.
I'm terribly sorry.
Worlds are colliding here. I think this is going to be... We already had Jake Jarmel finish up his double dip, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have our second double dip in the same episode.
Oh, my God.
You double dipped the chip.
Double dipped? What are you talking about?
Okay, the theme. It's official, Vinny.
So I got Krista Miller. She plays Mrs. de Grandmont, or Mr. Grandmont. And according to IMDb, her name is Ellen. So it's Ellen de Grandmont, if you want to get official.
I like it.
Next season, she's going to come back to play the role of Paula in The Doodle. So she is a girlfriend of George in season 6. And then she plays Mr. Grandmont here and has another interaction with George in season 5. Now, I didn't realize this. Krista Miller, this actress doesn't have a lot of acting credits. And that's because almost every single TV show she does tends to last forever. She was on Drew Carey for 182 eps.
Wow.
Scrubs for 89 episodes. And then Cougar Town for 101 episodes. She only has 21 acting credits. And yet she's been in all these hit TV shows.
That is incredible. Liz watched Scrubs last year for the first time. I've never seen it. And
Scrubs is good.
Yeah, it's great. I was delighted to see her in that show. I'm like, oh, hey, that's Miss de Grandmont. Or what's her name in the doodle?
Paula,
right? She's the one that he looks like a troll, right, on the napkin.
I'm grotesque. That's 2 double dippers in the same episode.
Yeah, this episode is all over the place, from Jake finishing his to a new double dipper, and I think we'll get a little bit more double dipping later on.
Triple dipping double dippers in one episode.
Oh, God. If you made it this far, nice work. Next scene, we're at Pendant Publishing. Mr. Lipman, who we haven't seen, I feel like, in a long time. Did we even see him in season 4?
When's the last time we saw him? The baseball incident?
I was about to say the red dot, but that's not right. I think it was, the letter with the Baltimore cap.
The letter.
That was the end of season 3.
The letter was the last time we saw him in 92.
Okay. I think that's case in point why it seems so weird. He's in only, 7 episodes altogether. He was 10. He was missing for all of season 4. So Mr. Lippman wants to go over Elaine's final edit of Jake's book, since there seems to be an inordinate number of exclamation points. She thought there was a lack of a certain emotion and intensity, though. Do you want to read these examples here?
It was a damp and chilly afternoon, so I decided to put on my sweatshirt. I pulled the lever on the machine, but the Clark bar didn't come out. And you can see Elaine squirming in her seat.
Oh, yeah.
She's sweating just like she was when...
George and the Kung Pao?
No, when... the ball cap incident.
Oh, yes. Yeah, very similar scene. Yes, absolutely. I chuckled at that Clark Bar comment because that always makes me think of the dinner party.
Clark Bar.
Newspaper, Penthouse Forum, Clark Bar. And this is mind-blowing. We all know these scenes, but I never really paid attention to the dialogue. Elaine goes on a little bit of a rant here saying how frustrating it is when you put quarters and quarters in a machine and nothing comes out. That's George.
Yeah, I never noticed that either.
That's George in the Twix Bar incident in the dealership episode.
Good call.
Yeah. It very similar to the muffin tops. Remember when they're watching Jerry, the pilot, and you hear like Elaine and George talking about, hey, who pulled the top off this muffin? Well, Lippman says it to her straight. Get rid of the exclamation points. He hates exclamation points. This whole deal with, the exclamation points, I don't know how many times I've said that. Is this because Elaine had that incident with Jake, or does she really have an issue with, like, she wants to use them all the time?
No, I think she had the issue with Jake, and now she wants to kind of stick it to him by just bombarding his book with exclamation points.
I didn't pick up on that.
Oh, no?
This is her way of, like, kind of sticking it to him.
It was a revenge for her, as I see it.
Wow, you're 100% right. I thought she, her rods and cones were all out of whack, and she just wasn't thinking straight.
But again, if we have this scene ends, I hate exclamation points. Get rid of the exclamation points.
Get out.
Elaine says, okay, and then we go to the next scene.
In Jerry's apartment. Kramer is he's still wearing the fuzzy, ugly sweater, and Newman, they're standing over Jerry as he's writing the letter to Barry, terminating their relationship effective immediately.
Exclamation point. And there is another example of that piggybacking from scene to scene. I never picked up on this prior to us sitting down to do this podcast, meaning this entire podcast, not just this episode. That's, I think, my favorite thing of Seinfeld now is when they piggyback dialogue from scene to scene with different characters. It's so effortless, and it's I've not noticed it until recently. I love it.
I feel like as standard sitcoms go, completely unnecessary. Why create the extra work to connect these scenes? But as you put it, it seems so effortless from people like Larry and Jerry and all the wonderful writers on the show, where it's just, no, you have to do this. You have to connect the two. It seems like second nature in them to have this cartilage, connecting everything together. Jerry expects in his letter all funds in the form of cashier's check no later than the 18th.
Double exclamation point.
Newman's going to put the letter in the mail for them. And this really made me crack up. I never noticed, but Kramer gives Newman the Polaroid of Barry on the toilet.
And then Newman has that quintessential laugh of his. And him and Kramer share a nice chuckle over this.
Oh, yeah. And I think this might be the first time Newman ever laughs like that. Yeah. Another round of strawberry for me and my friends. But yeah, Newman heads out with the Polaroid and the letter. And here we go. The big twist. A delivery boy drops off a pizza and starts, sniffing as he stands next to Kramer. Finds out that the sweater is made of mohair, which he's allergic to. And Jerry realizes, oh no, I was wearing the sweater in the coffee shop. Kramer was wearing it at the bar.
Can we talk about Ralph for a second?
Yeah. It's weird, man.
What?
Okay, so, Ping is the delivery boy.
Well, that's Chinese food. This is pizza.
True. But he is the only delivery guy we've seen so far.
Yeah.
So to see a brand new delivery guy, to me, it's a little jarring.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for some reason,
right.
Especially because we never see him again, and Kramer refers to him.
He knows him.
Yeah.
Kramer knows everybody, though. He's like the mayor.
Yeah, it's true.
So Ralph, the pizza delivery guy, is played by Ralph Lewis Harris, and he was in Dreamgirls, Evan Almighty, a TV show called On Our Own, and he played Rodney King in a In Living Color episode.
Really?
Yeah. Huh. I don't know which one.
I know. The only scene I can think of was David Alan Grier played him, and Jim Carrey was Reginald Danny, and it was really sad, but it's a funny skit, I guess. Interesting. I should look that up. Does it seem like Kramer, or Michael rather, improvs this guy's name?
Saying Ralph?
Yeah, like there's something about it where he's like, "Oh, hey, Ralph."
That's his name.
Yeah,
hey, Rafe. Oh, how's it going?
I don't know. It just sounds made up.
Oh, you're crazy.
All right. I guess you have to establish that they know him. Why would they have such a long-winded conversation about mohair? But interesting, too. Ralph is the name of the dog in the pilot episode, even though no one ever refers to it as Ralph.
Okay.
Just saying. All right. Jerry runs out to stop Newman from mailing the letter. And Kramer's like, oh, not to mention the photo of Barry on the toilet.
The what?
Talk about, you were saying that the beer chugging scene was too sitcom-y or, too broad. This feels very broad to me.
No, I said the fact the burp, I think, is what the network probably thought was too broad a joke. So they decided, let's not do it that way. Let's do it a little more refined.
Right.
As I like the burp. I think the burp is good.
It's a good burp. Even though it's kind of cheesy. Jerry sticking his head back in saying, the what? It does kind of remind me of this repeated joke in season 5 of Jerry, or any character really, saying, what's that? Or
I can see that. It's connected.
How's that? Any variation of that?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we're on the sidewalk here. This kind of looks like a new set. Maybe the street where Dr. Reston's office was.
Mm-hmm.
But Newman is about to mail the letter in the mailbox, but allows a woman to go ahead of him.
After you?
Yes. As she opens the mailbox, Newman, he's looking pretty hot. Yeah, wait, sorry. That's not right. He feels her material, basically.
Get your hands off me. Johnny! Johnny!
Newman runs off, dropping the letter, and I guess some guy chases after him. So
that's Johnny.
Yeah.
Newman messed with Johnny, Jerry. So Patrika Darbo finishes up her double dip in this episode. We first saw her in The Revenge in season 2. She played a coworker of George's. Now she's credited as Woman at Mailbox. Technically, it could be the same character because she doesn't interact with anybody that she does in season 2. So what do you think? Is this a double dip?
Yeah, I think we had this discussion way back when. Some people said, well, there's nothing saying they're not the same character, so they could be the same. Just for the sake of the double dip, I like to, first of all, the double dip is infallible. It can never be wrong.
Right.
But barring any unforeseen incidences, I think she's 2 different characters just because I want her to be.
Well, I think this might be a record of 3 double dips in one episode.
Well, yeah, 2 are completing their double dip, and 1 is starting her double dip.
Nevertheless.
Next scene, we're at the Costanzas. Just briefly, Frank is laying into George for feeling Miss de Grandmont's material. Who goes around feeling people's material? And probably the most interesting bit of trivia in this scene is George. He's sitting on the couch holding a Glamour magazine.
I didn't even notice that. I missed that.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So he didn't learn his lesson. If I were him, I would have steered clear of any Glamour magazine.
So do you think he's getting turned on there while he's just talking to his parents?
Perhaps.
Think about that.
No.
There was another episode where he had the Glamour. I think it was... come on, it's got to be season 4. Oh, a handicap spot. The first time he goes to his parents' house, you see the ladies playing mahjong. Mahjong?
Oh, yeah. That was good. He's reading in the background. You're right.
Last scene of the episode, thank God, is at Monk's. And it's an odd scene because it's Elaine and Kramer out to eat. Jerry shows up late. He was meeting as a lawyer.
That's true. Yeah, they never get to get time together. Oh, sure, we have our big group here. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, I don't think Elaine and Kramer have ever been seen out together. Well, no, that's not true. At least out at Monk's together.
Yeah.
Or a restaurant. Jerry was meeting with his lawyer. Turns out Barry is filing Chapter 2. No, I'm sorry, it's Chapter 11 for bankruptcy. And turns out this is the scene where the whole episode falls apart for me. I don't like or get this. Barry filed Chapter 11 for bankruptcy, right?
Uh-huh.
Turns out the reason he filed for bankruptcy is because he took money and bought drugs, right?
Correct.
And Jerry starts flipping out because if he had broken his relationship with Barry before he filed for Chapter 11, he could have gotten his money back. But
All
now
right.
that, he filed for bankruptcy, there's some loophole where he can't get his money.
Well, because now Barry is absolved of having to owe that money because he filed for bankruptcy.
Right. Now, this is all Newman's fault, apparently, because he did not mail the letter. So
Correct.
There's a lot of new info getting thrown in here, and there's a lot of, for a dummy like me, there's a lot of twists that I'm having trouble following.
Yeah.
You're the smarter one.
No.
Let's look at the step-by-step. We never had confirmation that he is allergic to mohair. We just sort of assumed, as the story was progressing further, that he is allergic to it.
We were led to believe that it was the mohair, in fact, causing the sniffing.
Right. So
So
Jerry lucked out by not having Newman mail the letter because Jerry didn't want to end things with his accountant if it turns out he was just allergic to mohair.
Right.
Right.
But then now again, we switch it one more time. It's like Clue. But here's what really happened.
But he was doing drugs.
Yes. And he was stealing from Jerry.
And he filed for Chapter 11. So now Jerry wishes the letter was mailed.
Right, because then he would have been able to get his money back.
I guess what I'm trying to say is it gets so convoluted here, for me at least, and it's like a twist which negates another twist, which brings you back to the original twist.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? It's this weird sort of spiral loop thing going on. All in all, I just don't like it. Do you have issues with this ending?
I like it.
Well, that's because you're an idiot.
Thank you. Pair of bear claws, please.
I feel so bad for our listeners. It's just so late.
I'm sorry.
We're so tired.
I want to sleep. Newman does this little shuffle in, pair of bear claws, please, and then he bobbles up and down on the counter. It's so funny. I had to watch it 2 or 3 times. It cracked me up.
Oh god, he kind of walks in like an old timey cartoon character or something,
and he kind of stops.
Yes,
and poses. But I like when he leans on the counter and he's doing this.
Just watch the clip. He's just bouncing in place.
He's so happy for his pair of bear claws.
It's a bear claw. Oh, Lane. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that's a good one.
Thank you. So let's wrap it up here. Jerry is ready to, beat the shit out of Newman, and as he's walking over, that'd be great. He just slams his head into the counter.
Yeah.
Jerry's approaching Newman, and this woman just stands up and feels his material, and asks what it is. What it is.
Half silk, half cotton, half linen. How can you go wrong?
Okay, once again, I had issues with the spiral twist loop, whatever. What's going on here?
I think that's part of the joke is that it doesn't make sense. The math doesn't make sense.
Well, not only that, is that the joke here, or is it like I'm no longer wearing the mohair sweater?
Oh, no, that's not it.
Okay. We're really losing it. This might be one of those moments we're going to turn to our listeners to explain either the joke here or...
Why is this funny?
Is this a joke, or is this like a callback to something earlier in the episode we just missed? It's getting late.
I like the kitty.
Thank you.
The woman in diner, as she's credited, is Maria Stanton. This
Woman
is her
in diner.
This is her second
That was a Men in Black reference, if anyone picked up on that one. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is her second acting credit. Mad About You. She did Melrose Place, a Drew Carey episode, and Young and the Restless.
Cool. Nice. I don't think we have anything left to say. You want to go to stand up?
My accountant actually did take a big chunk of money from me and use it to buy drugs. And the thing that was hardest for me to comprehend about this is the life choice of drug abuse and accounting. But actually, it makes sense. I mean, why would an athlete or a musician take drugs? They have an interesting job. But an accountant, if ever a job required some hallucinogenic support, this is the job. That should be the legal defense. Well, you're in court. You're charged with possession of illegal narcotics. But, Your Honor, I'm an accountant. Bang, case closed. Bailiff, give this man his peyote buttons and tequila back for the drive home. Sorry to bother you, sir. Terribly sorry.
I like that capper. The bailiff, give this man his peyote buttons and tequila. That was a nice turn of phrase.
Yeah. This is a kind of a nice piece of stand-up. Not only is it funny, but it ties into the episode.
And it's true.
Yes, and it's true on top of that. So you get the trifecta going. Mm-hmm. It's a nice solid piece of stand-up at the end, and it's one of those things so true. I would think accountants would need a lot of drugs, or at least if I were an accountant, I would.
Yeah.
We're moving right along here. You want to get on to ratings and reviews?
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
This episode actually really had me laughing out loud at times, and when I saw this one was on deck for us this week, I'm like, the sniffing accountant, really?
Yeah.
And there's something about it that it gives me a feel like it's back from season 3. It's got like an old quality to it, and I think it's maybe the sweater or the Barry Prophet character, but then it has new elements as well with the Costanzas and Sid Farkas. So it's something that's like it's part 3, part 5, but a lot of dialogue, a lot of bits had me laughing out loud, and I really enjoyed watching this episode. Sid Farkas was a big reason for that this week. The scenes at the Costanza's house I really enjoyed.
Well, we're really getting to know the Costanzas a little bit more. It seems like they're just always yelling at each other, but it's not the same like catchphrase or issue they're yelling about. It's just no matter what, they're going to be pissed off about something, which is just brilliant.
And the opening scene with Jerry, George, and Elaine and Monks, I thought was really good, with Elaine and George nipping at each other. Yeah,
that little sparring session. I will argue, though, that the entire episode is I feel like centered around, or at least is best known for that Kramer, beer chug scene with a cigarette. Great visual, great moment. That I think that is just one of the all-time classics from the show. Even if you didn't like this episode, you have to admit it's gold. So I like this episode. Unlike last week's episode, the Puffy Shirt, all 4 characters have like an even amount of material. Plus you got Newman in there, which is great.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, no one's storyline does it for me. Like, no one's storyline is like, oh my God, I love that storyline. Like, exclamation points, bra salesman, or, Barry nothing to me is a home run or knocks that out of the park for whatever reason. That combined with the ending, which just baffles me, that last scene in Monks, everything about that, I just don't like for whatever reason.
That's a really good point. I actually really agree with how you say that. Because on paper, George becoming a bra salesman sounds really funny. But for some reason, it doesn't quite hit. And maybe it's because he doesn't get the job. He gets fired before the job even starts due to the unforeseen incident. Kramer steals the show with his beer gag. Elaine with the exclamation point. It is kind of ridiculous, but there's not a whole lot to that. She gets in a fight with her boyfriend. They break up. And then Jerry wearing that overly oversized sweater and having the accountant issue. So you're right. As opposed to last week where George becoming a hand model, Jerry wearing the puffy shirt. Those were really solid stories.
Right. You lost out on the whole Kramer Elaine. Like, they didn't really have much to work with, but at least those two were so good. It elevated it. This week, they all kind of... I
kind of agree with you on that.
They're not bad, per se. They're just all kind of even Steven, somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Speaking of bras, that got me thinking too, there is a curb where Larry checks out Cheryl's bra size as well as Susie's. And he tries it on and he does a little dance. They catch him on camera. And he also has to buy a bra for his housekeeper because she doesn't wear a bra. She's always clanging around, as he says. So a lot of bra humor comes in Curb as well.
Ultimately, though, man, where do you fall on this week's episode?
I'm going to give this episode a reluctant 9 exclamation points out of 10.
Oh, lovely.
I enjoyed it thoroughly, but then you got me thinking about it. So it's a 9.
The show is best when you don't have to think about it. Well, that's not bad. I'm going to go a little bit lower, and I don't want to go as low as an 8 because I do like a lot about this episode. I like every character has a scene that I love or a quote that I love. So I'll raise it up a little bit. I'm going to give it 8.5 Charlie poured brewskis out of 10. And
name's Mitch.
I think I'm just going to give this an even Steven, actually.
Yeah, I'll give mine a pretty good 9.
Safe to say, though, Vinny, this does not crack your top 20?
Yeah, probably not.
Okay, that's a shame.
All right, man. I think it's about time we get to splitting and head to the bathroom.
Oh, my God. You and me, we're going to go to the bathroom right now?
Yeah, what the hell?
Okay.
Sharon Leonard's going to interview us when we come out. Once again, if you want to reach out to us, you can email us at seincast@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram.
Right on. Vinny, what episode are we discussing next week?
Pigman, baby. Pigman. The 5th episode of Season 5, The Briss.
But for now, I'm Matt.
Abadi. That's all, folks.
Seincast is not endorsed by Castle Rock Entertainment, Sony Pictures, or NBC. It is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Seinfeld, the Seinfeld logo, and all names, pictures, and audio of Seinfeld characters are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.
What's today?
It's Thursday.
Really? Feels like Tuesday.
Tuesday has no feel. Monday has a feel. Friday has a feel. Sunday has a feel.
I feel Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, shut up, the both of you.